It's week 2 of the National Football League. And we've got the Giants' veteran linebacker, who really led his defense last week with a 10-tackle game. It's the Giants and the Panthers. All that and more coming up next.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Carolina Panthers and the New York Giants. Brandon Gaudin alongside my good friend Charles Davis. Charles, so often it's the quarterbacks that are in the spotlight, and in this game, no different. We have a very compelling matchup. Sam Darnold of the Panthers, Daniel Jones of the Giants.
We do indeed, and something I'm going to be watching for. Who can get off to a fast start? If you can go out, get points on the first drive, preferably a touchdown, you can really set the tone for the game. And I think that both of these quarterbacks are more than capable of doing just that.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29. Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones going to let one fly for Robinson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Jones. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. We see Carolina's offense getting set for their first possession here. And at quarterback, his 2nd season with the Panthers, Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold was one of the big-time early season stories of last year, leading Carolina to a 3-0 start with some really good play. Only 1 win the rest of the way, however. Not quite the change of scenery boost the Panthers hoped for after getting him from the Jets. You have to think in his 5th season, he will need to play some of the best ball of his career to remain as a starter for Carolina.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Here's a screen to Powell. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Play action. It's Darnold. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Peterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Darnold. It fights him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. There'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Gonzalez's kick is good, and the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here too after a good stop.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. He finds his man. It's Robinson. And he will have a Giants first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the... a gain of 6. Off the play fake, Jones. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 42. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Well, this defense for the Panthers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action. Jones to Barkley on the check down. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. They find some open field here, and he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Back to throw. Jones. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Richie James, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
The extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown here to kick it away. Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Darnold. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. And this offense on 3rd down today, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to end up incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Week 2 underway around the NFL. And a reminder that later tonight it will be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener. The 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night a treat, Monday night doubleheader. Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern. And then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. To throw on 2nd down is Darnold.
He'll dump this one off to Hubbard.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. Darnold now to throw.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And New York set to take the field.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. He'll find Hodgins there, complete. 2nd down and 8. Up the middle with Barkley.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this will be a Giants first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Jones now throwing on first down. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, they obviously read man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender.
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the draw, this is Barkley.
And he's got it to about the 40.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. It's Barkley on the counter, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Jones to throw on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will stay a 4-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina.
And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He finds his target. Beckham avoids him at the 40. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down.
The Panthers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
Again, Darnold.
That's going to be caught. It's Shenault.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Faking the give, Darnold. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Over the middle to Beckham.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Throwing again is Darnold. Flush to his right. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
To throw is Darnold. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught 11 on the field. Those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Now it's Darnold. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a fourth down. Fourth and goal.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On third down, Barkley. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. To return is Roberts. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, Darnold.
Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
To throw again on 2nd down, Darnold.
Oh, look at the catch there by Moore.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a 1st down here.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a 1st down as well.
Darnold from the red zone now. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. To the air again, Darnold. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Panthers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Catch made by Slayton. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now Jones. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Jones. He's going to go up top again. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start in the NFC, and specifically the NFC South. Tampa Bay traveling to the Bayou to take on New Orleans. And it's the Saints who are out in front. Andy Dalton with 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's head up to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And right now they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. Lamar Jackson has a touchdown pass. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And at the moment, that game is tied with the visiting New York Jets. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They played the Browns last week, got the victory in that game, and so far so good as they've got the lead here. Darnold and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 here at their own 23. Back to throw, Darnold. Thomas has got it, complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Darnold. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll try the middle with Peterson.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. From the 41, Darnold. Over the middle, complete. It's Thomas. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Now Darnold. Hard throw, incomplete. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Jones. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Jones. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch is taken here a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. It's caught, Beckham. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. On 2nd down, Peterson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. They run again on 1st down, Peterson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Darnold. He's got the connection to Moore. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time you wait for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And some space here.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Connecting on the out route here with Higgins.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Darnold. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When there's extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Gonzalez's kick is good, and now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The New York set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. It was the 2nd straight season of 9 sacks for Brian Burns, who continues to ascend as one of the league's best young pass rushers.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Looking to throw. Jones. James has got it. Complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now. Operating from the gun, Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here now, Roberts. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
1st down, here's a run with Peterson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Darnold now to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. So make him 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
And New York set to take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now Jones on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Barkley inside handoff. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. He'll drop to throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A first down throw, Darnold. Open man is Higgins. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 44, Darnold firing quickly, but it's incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower. That front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold.
That pass complete to Moore. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Never want to underestimate what this young man does, but it's just more of the same from DJ Moore last season as we see him pick up a first down there. 3rd straight year above 1,100 yards, but also his 3rd straight year held to just 4 touchdowns. With his ability to move after the catch and also his ability to take it in the run game, I expect those touchdown numbers to climb.
Back to the ground, Peterson.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd down and 10, Darnold. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Higgins. Touchdown! Rashard Higgins. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers are on their way to a 2-0 start. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Just keeping the play alive. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jones throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Up the middle, it's Peterson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now it's Darnold. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down. They run over center with Peterson. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal.
From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder.
Gonzalez's kick is good,
and that will extend their lead even further.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And the Giants ready to come out now. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play. And the Panthers.
They run again with Peterson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
To throw is Darnold.
7-yard line.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal.
From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder.
Gonzalez's kick is good,
And that will extend their lead even further.
well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25.
And now out come the Giants. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
It's a gain of 4.
Now Jones. Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They take their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Throw left side complete. That's James.
And he is going to have the Giants 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Back to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Complete to Saquon Barkley. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones.
He's got his tight end. It's Chris Manhertz.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing, Jones.
He'll find Hodgins there complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on third. Looking to throw. Jones.
Open man left side. It's a tight end man Hurts.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Sees his man along the sideline. That's Slayton with it.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Here's Jones. Gonna throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Giants!
Wan'Dale Robinson.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
They give it to Peterson. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Again, Peterson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Third down, it's Adrian Peterson. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And you look back over the score sheet. Interesting. A very clean game. No turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Carolina, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll drop to 0-2. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys.